Hello and welcome to part 13. This video is actually just a little correction video because I made a few mistakes in the structure that I want to correct before I continue. And specifically it happened when I added in this rotate elbow by hand rotation. I realized I don't have anything in it at the moment, but actually the way I want to structure this requires me to take some parts out of the rotate elbow by hand position. So specifically this part here. And also, so let's start off by doing that. And so actually I'm gonna just for now delete this one completely. And I'm gonna take this part here, and because I don't want to have too many of these crossing lines, what I'm also going to do is to disconnect this part here first, stretch it out a little bit, and actually the upper arm is okay, but we're going to use the left hand location and the rotation further on. So we're going to promote these to local variables, to the hand, and we're also going to add one with the rotation. And rotation. Okay, so we're going to set these, and actually we're going to reuse these for the right hand here below, so don't worry about if you wonder why do I only have one pair of them. That's actually by purpose. On purpose. Okay. So let's see. We need here the hand. So we're just going to drag off this one, the hand location. And let's just fix up the right hand while we're at it as well. And we're going to take this part here and just move it quite a bit to the side. So again, the upper arm for the right also needs to move over here, and then we have to connect this one up here, and then we just copy these two here and connect them up. Connect this one up to the hand and this one up to the rotation. That should be it for now. Let's see. This looks odd. Anyway. God damn it. Not really important. Anyway, so now we have a elbow base position, and it just happens that we need this base position. When we rotate the hand by rotate the elbow by hand rotation. So we have to promote, unless we want to drag this all the way over on the other side. We want to promote these two variables again. So let's say upper arm base, and this one will be lower arm base. Okay. And actually for now, let's just disconnect these two here. see here, and then we rotate hand by elbow by hand rotation. Yeah, so here's the good thing. So the hand can be connected up here. Since we're going to take out this part here from the function, and just return the angle instead, we're going to just cut this piece here and then output the angle here. So if we go back to our solve, now we have this, and these two, if you notice, they are actually just being passed through and we don't need them anymore. That means that we can just delete them. So that makes this function way more simple, and this is a really good thing, I think. Okay, so before I lose what I have, because I just copied some stuff here, I want to paste this in, compile, and actually we want to delete these things here, and say the angle here. Well, the angle needs to be saved in a local variable as well, because we're going to need that towards the end of this function here. We're going to say angle. And seems like we need some more space. Okay. And this is a left arm, so we're just going to put it here. And this upper arm here was what came out of this one. So now, since we just promoted these two to local variables, we can, instead of dragging them all the way from over there, we can just plug them in here. And we also have the hand, goes in here. And the angle goes in here. You know what? I'm gonna go, because I'm doing some fixes now anyway. I'm gonna take this angle and move it to the top, so it's at the top of the parameters. That just makes it a little bit more pretty to look at. Okay, so this is how the rotate hand by position will end up looking like. And you might just, for now, just so you have something that works again, connect this one up. Because I think what we're going to do is to just recreate the structure here, but do it correctly in the next video. So I think this is a good place to just hook things up, so we can test that the changes that we made, or the structures changes that we just made, it still works in with what we made here. So connect this one up here and this one up here. Again, we just reuse the variables. This one and this one. And this one is for the right hand, so disconnect or disable this one. And we also need to set these two. That should be it, I think. Let's just give it a little test. No. Well, it seems to work still, so that's the good news. Okay. What else can we do for preparing this? Well, I could prepare a little thing, but I'm just wondering if this is a good idea. You know what? We're gonna make, even though I said I wouldn't, just change my mind again. We're gonna take our old rotate hand by rotation, this one here, elbow by hand rotation, and we're gonna simplify this because again, this is gonna be a little bit simpler. The upper arm for this is not gonna be used. That much I know. It's still gonna just like we did with the other one, it's just gonna return an angle. So the rotation itself will happen outside this function here. So we take this and change it to an angle. And that is going to be the signature of this function here. And then we can insert it here. Call it like this. The lower arm, let's see, just need to check. Yeah, the lower arm needs to be the rotated version. So remember we have the base. This is all the way at the beginning. So we set our elbow in a base position where it's up out to the side. And then we rotate it down in a more relaxed position, so it's pointing downwards. And from that location, we want to calculate the hand rotation contribution. So that is why we pass in this this lower arm, because we want to look at how the hand is relative to the lower arm, and from that return an angle. There we go. And then if we just move this a little bit to the side, we're gonna have an angle here. I'm thinking if we should do this now. Let's just do it now. So this angle I want to save into a variable. Left hand. What did I call it? Left hand angle. And you may be wondering, why do I need to save it in a variable? Well, for two reasons. One is I want to interp the angle a little bit, so it doesn't happen like necessarily snapping directly to that angle. That is one use of this, and the other one is to do what I call a angle safeguard. If the angle seems to switch over from one extreme to another, then I can make sure that doesn't happen. And this is a I don't know, I haven't seen anyone do it, but it seems like this is actually working pretty well. So I don't really know how to explain it, other than I will show it in the next video. So for now, we're just gonna create this variable and not do anything with it. But what we are gonna do is to take this and add in with the, if you remember, we had this intermediate angle that we set from here. And that will be calculated as a fixed angle every time, so it's okay to just use it as a local variable here. And then we are gonna need a little bit more space again, because now we have to disconnect this and insert another rotate elbow node. Somewhere here, and that angle needs to go into the the angle that we add with the rotate elbow by hand rotation. We need to add these two angles together and then feed in here. So this is, and I'm pretty sure I can guarantee this time, the final structure of the function. So as you can see, it became quite a bit different, and that is why I wanted to cover this in a separate video. So I should have prepared this a little bit better, I realize, but yeah. So instead you got to see a little bit of refactoring techniques. I hope you can appreciate that as well anyway. So let's do it the same here. For the right, we put this up in here, and this one. This is not a left arm, so we disconnect it. And here it's not a left arm angle, hand angle, it's a right hand angle. Like this. And then we also need to call that rotate elbow by hand rotation. So I actually forgot to set the check mark here, and I actually also forgot to give it the hand rotation here. So this needs to be the hand rotation coming in, that we just set all the way at the beginning over here. Seems like I can select some of this stuff here and move together, just to create a little bit more space. There we go. And you'll notice I don't do anything with the new upper arm. That is on purpose. We don't need it because I know for certain that because we also do the we do one rotate elbow and we do another one over here. You could maybe do these two rotations in one. I haven't done that, so bear with me, and yeah, if you want to, you should definitely try and see if you can optimize this yourself. Okay, so just to finish this up, let's connect this up and this up, and make sure we also give it the hand rotation. The new lower arm needs to go in here, and I think that is it. We have the no check marks at the bottom. We have the rotation and so on, and the rotate elbow by hand rotation, it currently just returns a 0 angle, so it doesn't do anything. That means it should work just like it did before. So now we just need to fill in the content of that, which we will do in the next video. So, hello? Yes. Notice when I pass my hand over, it's the elbow is still getting moved up a little bit. You can see it goes up here, and that's what we want. So everything is back to normal again, working, but with a new structure. And this is where we will continue in the next video. So you should hopefully end up with something looking like this. I'm just going to zoom in and pan over the entire thing, and then you can pause the video if you need to and see if there's something you missed. This is how it looks here. Oops. Okay, I hope this was helpful, and I will be seeing you in the next, where we will finish up the hand part, hand rotation part, and then we can move on to something really interesting. Okay, see you guys. Bye.